baby. Hi.
Hello guys, and welcome back to Baker Brews. For those of you that are new here, my name is Donna. I'm a stay-at-home mom to 3 kids. Hello guys, and welcome back to Baker Brews. For those of you that are new here, my name is Donna. I'm a stay-at-home mom to 3 kids. I have 2 boys and then my sweet little baby girl. Here on this channel, we chat about homesteading in the city, and I share a ton of our family adventures. I love to garden. I got sourdough. I got urban backyard chickens, and then I also recently got some pet worms. So we got all the weird stuff, and we try to keep it really fun and really light here on this channel. Today's video is a rehash of my nursing and baby essentials list. I did a list 4 years ago when my middle son was born, and I still think a lot of that stuff that was on that list was super great. I nursed all of my children, and I'm still nursing my children, forever nursing, just kidding. But I nursed all my children, so I was very lucky. Yes, so I was very lucky to do that. And so I just want to share with you guys a list of some things that I felt like were really great as a nursing mom, some baby things that I felt were like super awesome that I really liked, and then maybe a few things that, like, even if you don't have a baby, you could still have these things because they're pretty nice. I might have to get my small minion. We have the small minion. It's done snacking. Are you done snacking? We get you a cookie. Oh my, this is gonna be a challenge because you want that camera, don't you? Funny. So I just made a list on my phone of all of the things. So I'm just gonna roll through them here, and hopefully I covered all of the things. Gotcha. And I want to say that none of these products are sponsored. These are all things that I purchased that I just really liked, and I just want to share them with, you know, a new mom out there, or maybe a second time mom that is just looking for something else or something different to work with. So yeah, like I said, none of these products are sponsored. They're just all my personal opinion. So the first thing we're going to start off with is the nursing stuff. The number one thing I felt like I really loved was this nursing pillow. This is the My Breast Friend nursing pillow. I loved the contour shape of it. I loved that I could clip it onto myself, and then I could like walk around the house, and I always was like, bring my nursing table. It was just so nice when the babies are little. It really helped prevent a lot of back pain or injuries by having this. So I really, really loved having a nursing pillow, especially one that just was so nice and fitted so nice compared to like some of the lap pillows that like slide off and stuff. I really liked that this one clipped on. I felt like it was super great. You know, if I had to get up, I could get everybody up, and then we could walk around basically if the baby fell asleep. And so yeah, this was just a really great investment. I loved it, loved it, loved it.
Activate baby jetpack. 3, 2, 1.
I'm not going to jetpack.
Coming in for landing. Initiate docking procedures.
Right? The next thing on the list I have are nursing scarves. I really like having like a scarf, especially in Edmonton. We're in winter a lot of the time, so having a scarf is very stylish, but then a big one doubles as a nursing cover. You want to look at this? You like this? Not the phone, honey, this. Do you want to play with this thing? You want to play with the chair? You want to climb in it? This is like my go-to winter nursing cover. We're coming up to summer here, so I actually have a summer cover that is just a lot lighter, but this one is super thick. It's super big. Don't ask me where I got it. I don't even know. But I loved how huge it was. It had the buttons so I could unsnap it and stuff, so it could be more like a blanket. It was just, it's so stylish with the print. Maybe I can find the brand. Nuru. But it was just so good. It was so good. It felt really luscious. It was really bulky. And it worked so good for like nursing. Like it just had a lot of coverage. So I really appreciated this one in particular. But like I said, I do have a summer cover, and I like it because it can go over top of her car seat, and so it can cover the car seat, like it stretches over the car seat, and I can wear it as a nursing cover. I'll show you the brand here. Next thing I want to talk about is like with nursing, when I nurse one side, then the other side is leaking. So I really love having the reusable nursing pads, so I can just throw them in the wash. They're really nice that way because then once they get a little wet, it's just chuck them in the wash them, and then use them again. You can buy non-reusable ones, which are nice when you're traveling, I found, but I like the reusable ones because I'm home. With that, I also have I saved some milk, so I have some breast milk storage bags that I really liked having, just so that when a babysitter's coming, they can just warm up some of my milk. And with that, having glass bottles I found much easier to sterilize and to warm milk up, like if you're warming it up in a pot, because I didn't buy a milk warmer. There's no need for that. So then whoever's watching her needs to warm the milk up in a pot so it more evenly warms instead of in the microwave, that sort of thing. So I like the glass bottles in particular. What else? What else is there? Yeah? I also, to get milk, I got just a little hand pump myself. I never bought an electric pump. I didn't need to do that. So I just had a little hand pump for like the off times. Like if I did get a babysitter and I missed a feed, then I could hand pump it off. And then I also got these like breast milk cups that catch the milk. So if she's nursing and I'm leaking, I can catch that milk and save it. Hi. Do you need a cookie? All right, you're distracted. Let's continue on as quick as we can here. So I did like the plastic bottles for when the babies are older. Like when you're starting to give milk, like cow milk, and you introduce that, having a plastic bottle is much nicer because if they chuck it or drop it, it's not glass. So I like the small glass ones, but the bigger plastic ones, if that makes sense. When I was nursing, okay, the first baby was brutal, and I remember even second and third, like sometimes it can be rough. It can be rough. You go through periods where it's good, it's bad, it's ugly, and I loved nipple butter. That stuff was so good to put on those chapped nipples. I also really loved, for my first baby, I just found it was so raw, like it was so raw. I loved having a nipple shield, so it just was a plastic cover that goes over and that the baby bites on, and that way then it's just less pressure on you. I felt it was so good. I highly recommend it for new moms just because it can be really brutal when it hurts a lot and you want to be breastfeeding and you're just in a lot of pain. That sensation can be kind of challenging, and I think having like a nipple shield and the nipple butter, like it just makes it very lovely. It's no different than like after labor to have that lovely perineal spray. That stuff is so nice afterwards. So it's just the small little nice things that make it easier to handle. And you can never have too many blankets or nursing blankets or baby blankets. Personal favorites are the muslins. Sit down. I love these muslin blankets because they are huge, they are lightweight, so they're great for summer. You can double fold them because they're so big, so they're nice for winter. They come in beautiful prints, like look at these little hearts. Peekaboo. 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 They're just so nice. So I personally love the muslin blankets. The texture is really nice. So yeah, they're my favorite. You can also use them, because they're so big, you can use them to cover like a couch if you need to, like protect it a little bit. We've done that. I would actually put them on my little baby, we call it the baby nest, which is right here behind me, and I would cover it with a diaper change table in the middle, and then I would cover it with a muslin blanket. So she spat up on this instead of on the cover of my baby nest. So can't have enough muslins. They're so nice. A quick side note with nursing stuff. I definitely noticed that tea that you can buy, the mother's milk tea, really helps boost supply. So if you're struggling with milk supply issues, I really loved the mother's milk tea, and I would drink a cup of it every morning, especially with my first baby, when everything is a challenge, everything is new, you don't know if it's getting enough nutrition, blah, blah, blah. So I was like eating all of these foods to help boost milk production, and I would have that mother's milk tea in the morning, but I later on noticed I could also have it in the afternoon, and then it would boost my supply for the evening, which is when I felt I had the lowest supply. You can also prepare yourself by having a lot of foods that help with milk production, and that includes things like energy balls, oats, rolled oats, oatmeal, like a lot of that stuff too, and just having a lot of really easy snacks like that are filling but very nutritious for you before you give birth is super helpful. All right, we're gonna jump into some baby stuff that I really like. I don't have it because I can't find it, of course. Life of mom. I was trying to find the soother that is called a wub nub, so it has the little animal attached to a soother. Small technical difficulty. I don't know where in my chat we stopped, but we have soothers that we're talking about, and I love the wub nub soother. My 2 older boys love their wub nub. It's a toy attached to a little green soother. I love the shape of it. I love that the toy and the soother were together so that they, while they're sucking on their susie, they have something they can play with, and it just worked so well for my boys. And then they really jived with the little toy. I remember having to cut off the soother for one, and then they just had the toy when they were ready to let go of the soother. It was just that's what I remember with that. And then my middle one had a little dog wub nub, and then the soother could actually come off really nicely, and it was really solid. So then he had the little dog afterwards, but he actually chewed through that soother. So in his lifetime it was done. So by the time my girl had to get a wub nub, we had to get her a new one, and they changed the design, which I'm not as much a fan of. I love the idea of a toy and a soother, but they made it so you could pull it off, and she is strong enough that she could actually pull the toy from the soother. So we are notoriously looking for either the toy or the soother, and they're never together. But alas, she still really likes the green wub nub soother. Initially though, all of my kids seem to have a hard time with soothers, so we actually had to get these preemie soothers, which are very, very petite. I'm not an expert, I'm not like a doctor by any means. If you're not into soothers, just skip past this, but I wanted mine to be able to take a soother so my husband could give them comfort when I wasn't available. And the soother that worked the best were these little preemie ones, because all of my kids have small, teeny tiny heads. So they were always gagging on the larger soothers. So I had to get these little petite preemie ones, which were clear. So we were always losing them. So I found that if you get a string and a clip, it's magical. And it's so nice because then you can just clip it onto them, and then you can always find it. Plus it's clear, so I was always losing the thing anyway. I'm gonna take a quick peek at my notes here for some other things that we really liked. We had the Jolly Jumper for all 3 kids. The boys didn't care for it, but the girl loves her Jolly Jumper. So hit or miss, it's a great way to burn some energy. They're safe. It's great for their balance and everything. I think you can start at 4 months, 3 or 4 months, somewhere in there. And we did. With the last kid, we started early, and like I said, she loves it. The other thing that I really like that the boys enjoyed more was actually the exerciser. So that's where you have the seat in the middle and then all the toys around it. They love their exercisers. We had a really great one, and then I lent it to a friend. So then we got a different one for the girl, and this exerciser is interesting because it has the toys in the middle, and then you put the kid on the outside, and that part can go all the way around. So it takes up a little bit more space. An exerciser is not small. So if you're looking for a space-saving thing, get the one where the kid sits in the middle, not on the outside, because then you don't have to have so much clearance all around. The other thing that all of my kids really liked and what I really liked were this vibrating chair set up. So very simple. It's just a chair, but I liked that you can clip them in. It has a vibrating function, so when they're sleeping, this one can change to be so it can be still and it's not rocking, or you can flip this in and then it can be the rocking style. And it worked fantastic for all of my kids. I liked that it was a chair, so I could just pick it up. I could move it to whatever room I needed it in. I actually ended up having like 3 or 4 chairs, vibrating chairs. Some of them vibrated, some of them did not. This one was my favorite. I just liked this design the best. And yeah, it came in handy the most, and it still looks really good. So I'm very happy with how well this one worked for all of my kids. Oh, but the reason I loved having chairs everywhere was so I had a safe place to put them down. You'll find the more children you want to have a safe place to put them, because the older ones are not always looking, and it's just nice to have a safe place to put them down into. So I had a chair in the kitchen, I had a chair in the laundry room, I had a chair in the bathroom, because those were the places that I always found I had the baby and I needed to put it down. We're onto the baby nest, which I had talked about a little bit earlier. That's this unit. I honestly can't even remember what it's called now. I have to look it up. I did this in my other video too. I said the name and then I forgot. We call it the baby nest. It's like a little baby sleeping area. Put it down. It's got this nice cushion area, so that way then they're not rolling out. This is only good until they're rolling. And you can clip it together. Boop, and then it makes this beautiful little nest. Like, it's so cute. The cover was a zipper, so you could take it all off, but I liked to put a diaper changing pad, and then I liked to cover it with a muslin blanket after that. So it was just like, if she spit up on it, it was like diaper changing pad, and muslin went in the laundry, and then I just put a fresh one on. So then this cover never actually got dirty, which I much preferred. But I liked this because I did a lot of co-sleeping. If you're on team co-sleeping, you know. If you're not, that's fine. This is something that I didn't invest in until my second child, and I liked having it in the bed right beside me, and I could just like roll over and put my baby in their safe nest, and I knew they weren't gonna roll out, and then I could like pass out right next to them and go to sleep, get some actual sleep. So that's what I did for my co-sleeping setup, was this. But like I said, if you're not comfortable with that, if you are more of the bassinet person, like you do you, I didn't have a bassinet for any of my children. I borrowed a bassinet for a short time for my third one, and we had it out here in the living room for a while when I was like hanging out on the couch, which was very nice. But a bassinet is not a necessity. You don't need a bassinet. Back in the day, they used to use like a box. You could have a box and they slept in the box, or I've seen people like in the past where they use like a drawer. Like, you just need a safe place. You don't need to always invest in something. Plus, bassinets are a dime a dozen. I'm sure you can buy one second hand. Hi, are you coming back here again? For the camera. Ooh. You're just so darn cute. You're just so cute. Okay, baby clothes. Let's talk really quick baby clothes. I love zip up anything. When they're little, this is a cute outfit, right? It's cute. It's cute because it's got the shirt and the pants, and they look like a real little human. They're just so cute, but not efficient when they're little and squirmy, or you're changing diapers a lot. So zip up onesies are the best, are your best friend. Anything with a zipper. Love the zippers. Buttons, fine, they're nice. When you're in a rush though, you need a zipper. So I'd highly recommend, there are some that have zippers that can zip from the top, so you can zip it down. And there are ones that have, I don't know if this is one. Oh, it is! This one, it has a zipper that you can zip up from the leg. So it's so nice because you can unzip it from both directions. So yes, zip up or zipper onesies are amazing. And if you are looking for a baby gift to buy somebody and you don't know what kind of clothes to buy a zipper onesie, because that's what I would want. The other thing I want to mention are swaddlers for beginners. Because you can swaddle a baby, yes, in a muslin blanket, but You can also buy those nice, they're Velcro or they're zipper swaddlers, so that it's just easier for someone who's never swaddled a baby before, or if you're, you know, in a pinch. We had those, and I did really like them, just because they were nice and fast. You know, when you're trying to get your baby ready to sleep, the swaddlers are really nice. What else? Zip up onesies, we talked about that. The next thing on the list, honey, is grippy socks. So these are some grippy ankle socks that I ended up buying. So my kids love to run. They're runners and they're early walkers, a lot of them. And I found that, like, if their feet were always, like, it's good to have the bare feet, especially when they're learning to walk. But then when you're starting to go out and stuff, the grippy socks are so nice. They're a lifesaver. We have hardwood in our house, so the kids were always slipping. Oh, and that reminds me of this other thing that hopefully I'll remember by the end of this video, about slipping. So stairs and slipping, mental note. So grippy socks were super awesome, and I liked the ones that were just neutral colors, because then you're not looking for ones with cute prints. It's terrible to say this, with the cute prints. Then I'm not looking for a cute print to go with a cute print. I just have plain ones, and when I find 2 plain ones, we're done and we can move on. Carrier was the next thing on the list. I loved having a carrier for my babies. Oh my goodness. So this carrier was the clip style, so it had all clips instead of, I don't know, like instead of having the cloth style. Those are so nice. You know, the wraps, they're so nice to wrap around, but like very inefficient when you're alone. When you're a dude, sometimes it's really hard. Even for me, I took a class on how to do baby wrapping, and even after the class, I was like, man, this is still really hard. We resorted to this carrier all the time. Me and hubby love this carrier. So nice because you would just clip, and all the adjustments were so easy to make. So my hubby could wear the carrier, and then if we needed to switch, I could easily make the adjustments on the carrier so that then I could carry the baby. So good to like get stuff done, because it just frees up your hands as a mom or dad to like help somebody else or do something else while you're like walking and rocking the baby. So I would highly, highly recommend a carrier. Parked. The other things that are really nice are, we have the Radio Flyer push bike. Go get your hat. Because the next thing on the list we're going to talk about is the sun hat. Where's my hat? Bring it here. Is it still rolling? Red dot. Put this little sun hat on. I love this little sun hat. This one, I feel like it was pretty expensive. But it was worth it. It was worth it.
It's also waterproof.
Finding a sun hat that covers your baby's neck. Like, you can find hats galore, but one that has the back part to cover the neck, that's the kicker.
Oh yeah.
There. Like, it's so good because it covers her neck.
And it makes her look even cuter.
It makes you look even cuter. Do you hear that?
And it's also worth the money. It's waterproof.
This one is waterproof. It covers her neck. It's lightweight. We took this one actually with us when we traveled with you to Bermuda. Because it was so hot there, and you needed this little hat, and it has lasted all 3 kids.
It's like she's on a boat ride.
Yeah, it is like she's on a boat ride.
That's going high.
4 other quick things that were really great for little kids was the sippy cups, like the ones, the no spill ones. They still spill, but at least they spill less. A toy basket with firm sides. So this toy basket we got from a friend, and I really liked it just because it was a lot sturdier. So the baby can actually hold on to the edge and it doesn't tip as bad, which I was really surprised about how much I actually really enjoyed this toy basket. And we didn't have it for the other 2, but I've notoriously found the baby balancing on it with 1 hand or 2 hands, and then because of the style of it, it doesn't tip as easily. I don't know, it's not something I would have thought to invest in initially, but I have really, really liked this toy basket. You're supposed to be at the basket and not at the camera. What's next? The pack and play fold up crib. So having a crib set up that you can take places. Lots of hotels and stuff will have their own crib if you're traveling, but to be able to have your own like pack and play setup, you know, if you're at a family member's house and you need to put the baby to nap and or you want a safe place for them to play and there's too many breakables, thank you, around, it's really nice to be able to set the pack and play up. Ours is super fast, like less than 5 minutes set up. You can do that. It's great for, you know, if you're outside and you need to put the baby someplace safe. Again, we had it at a party one time because I was busy and doing stuff. I needed to put the baby down and not have her get into stuff. So there you go, pack and play. She's in, she's safe. She's not attacking things, so I really enjoyed that. And then, like I said, when we're traveling to family members' houses, we have definitely used it a ton. Last other thing that's really nice on the list is like this picnic mat that we got. It's like a waterproof picnic mat. I think we got it from Costco. And it just like folds up really tight and then you can unwrap it and then you can it's just a mat, but it's nice that it's waterproof. It's great for when you are out on picnics or out on a play date or at a park and you just want somewhere to put the baby down and then they're on this lovely little waterproof mat. She says, "Can I have some?" Six more things that are nice for not just having a baby. Number 1 is a bidet. I know. We didn't have a bidet for my first 2, but then we got a bidet and I really, really like the bidet. It's very lovely. So I don't know how I'm going to go back to no bidet life. Like I'll never go back to no bidet life. It's beautiful. It's magical. It's so nice postpartum after baby delivery. It's just very relaxing. It's very nice that way rather than having to go find my Perry bottles, which were everywhere. I had Perry bottles everywhere. There's those little spray bottles for afterwards. Anyway, I digress. Get a bidet. Number 2 was the diaper sprayer. So I think we just got, I don't even think it was called a diaper sprayer. Was it? Was it called a diaper sprayer?
Yep.
Oh, it actually was called a diaper sprayer.
Oh, douche sprayer, I think.
Oh, so technically we didn't get a diaper sprayer. We got a dual purpose douche sprayer. That sucker is pretty powerful. But we have cloth diapers as well. So having something to spray off is necessary. If you're doing cloth diapers, you need to spray off. But I have used that, we call it the diaper sprayer, for way more things. Way more things like kids are in the bathtub and you want to like spray off stuff. Cleaning the shower, like that thing is great. I've sprayed off so many things with it that I don't know how else to do it now. It's like that thing is so good because otherwise I'd be trying to clean it off outside, but now I can do it inside. So it's very nice. The other thing I really enjoyed in the bathroom were having these really extra cushy bath mats. So we got like memory foam ones. Oh my goodness, they're so nice. And they're just really nice because when you have the baby and after you're done a bath or a shower, you know, you're drying off and like I don't like to take the baby wrapped up in the towel cold to the room to get changed. Like I would rather have everything in the bathroom and just enjoy like the humidity and relaxing in the bath. So I like to dry the baby off and then put them down on my extra cushy bath mat and then you can just relax. It's not hard, it's just chill. You can do the oil and the massage or whatever and then get your baby all ready for bed in there. I really have liked the extra cushy bath mats and they're lovely for you as well when you come out of the bath or shower yourself. Then we're on to step stools, which we had to continuously invest in more step stools. So I bought like one of those foldy ones, so it like can fold really flat and then it has a handle and you can carry it around. Love it because it's very portable. So we have that one in our downstairs bathroom for kids to step on to wash their hands, because that's why you need step stools. But originally I had bought it for myself because I am short. This is short person problems. So I bought the step stool for me, and so it was just floating around the house. Now it's at one bathroom. And then we bought a more permanent step stool that doesn't fold up for our upstairs bathroom. I love both of them for different reasons. The folding one, really nice, like I said, portable, but it is a bit of a finger catcher. So for little kids who are curious and they notice it has that handle and they figure it out, both of my children have already caught both. The two older ones have caught their fingers in it, so I'm sure the third will also catch her fingers in it when she figures it out. But for now, the upstairs one that doesn't come apart and is very solid, no finger catching. So I do really like that. But like I said, it's permanent. it's stuck there, basically. Not permanent as in stuck in the room, but it's a permanent setup where it's not going to collapse. But I do like step stools because, like I said, I have short person problems, so I use the step stools for not just getting to the sink. The other thing that I really like is having a couch cover. So I got a couple couch covers. Oh my goodness. Because our living room, and I feel like it is in today's day and age, it's like this. The living room is kind of open concept to the kitchen. So when we have a party or we're hosting, or even when kids are little, they are notorious for walking from the kitchen with dirty hands to the living room and white to the couch. I have found so many fingerprints and food on my couch covers. I don't even know. I would be constantly cleaning this couch, but it is so nice to have a cover because I can take it off, throw it in the wash. I have two covers because then while one is in the wash or soaking or bleaching or whatever, then I can throw the other couch cover on. So if you're buying couch covers, I would actually recommend getting two, especially in a living room setup where it's close to the kitchen or kids are notoriously eating on it and stuff like that. And the last thing on the list, because I actually remembered, because the kids were slipping, I was mentioning the grippy socks, they were slipping on our hardwood. When we first moved into our house, the stairs are hardwood as well for part of them, and then they're carpet for the other part. So the hardwood ones, the kids were always slipping and falling down them. We did put a baby gate up, which we did need the baby gate as well. But I got these grippy stickers that you put on the stair, on the edge of the stair. So that has saved, I don't even know how many children probably, and injuries. But the grips at the edge of the stairs has been so nice. So like they've lasted a very long time, probably like 5 years before we had to replace them. So I would highly recommend, like if you have hardwood or hard stairs and you find they're slippery, your kids are going to find they're slippery. And I got some clear ones so they didn't wreck the aesthetic of the stairwell, and like they get dirty, so you just replace them. But I've really, really liked, and I would really encourage those grips on stairs. Sleep-wise is mattress covers. I would definitely recommend. This is nice for just beyond baby as well, is mattress covers, because kids crawl into bed with you, they pee the bed, you only have the bed sheet on. Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. Having waterproof mattress covers on all of your beds. Yes, all of them. This is awesome. Not just the crib, because you know you're gonna get that anyway, but like all of my kids' beds have waterproof mattress covers underneath the regular bed sheet. And then same with even the adult beds. We also have waterproof covers.
Just in case you guys have to go pee and then you accidentally do a little.
Oh, thanks, honey. Yeah, for the future, you know, when we have an accident ourselves.
Or
And then
if
speaking
you-
of accidents, you can't go anywhere without your waterproof bags, wet bags with the 2 zippers, one for clean and one for dirty, which
Stinky.
is so nice. This one you can clip onto the back of a seat, which is super nice. And then I also personally really like the super giant one, the big one. Great for traveling.
Great for travel.
I use this one a lot when I take the kids actually to the pool. So I think it'll definitely be in handy beyond just your everyday outings for whatever. We'll probably use this sucker forever. And then I also always keep one in the car too.
Of course.
Ta-da! I know the necessities with baby essentials are like they need a place to sleep, they need somewhere to eat, and they need a car seat and a stroller. I would say and a stroller. Those are like the things: eat, sleep, travel. Yeah, eat, sleep, and travel. Those are like the 4 things. So I mean, if you're curious, our stroller is a City Select. Really love it because it had the beefy tires so that I could travel. I got the 3-wheeler with big tires because I'm outside a lot. I love to take my baby out for walks a lot. And I got the attachment. It's like a clip-in attachment so that the car seat can actually go into the stroller. So I really like that. Are you ready to go? Rum, rum, rum. Our car seat is a Chico. At the time, the Chico, I don't know if it still is, the Chico was the lightest model on the market, and that's what I wanted because I already knew my baby. I have to lug around this baby. I don't need to lug around a super heavy car seat. So I wanted the lightest car seat available, and it is. I've loved it through all of my children. It's been awesome. And like I said, it clips into the stroller. I also got the base for it so that it's in the car. So then I can just take the car seat out of the car and the base is still there. So if the baby's asleep, like I can leave them in the car seat without disturbing them too much. Hi.
Go get mommy.
Hi, baby. Have a little snack while I go check the plants? You're all done? Because you want to come and see the plants. And then for our eating station, I can't even remember what the brand is. It's secondhand, but it works great. It is a bit of a space hog, but I really like the Bumbo seats because they're very petite. So if you're looking for a traveling eating station, those are really great.
Get the good mom, baby. Come here.
She won't. She's going to go for the camera.
Oh.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have other things like as a mom or as a parent that you have really loved and you would recommend for other moms out there, please let me know in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
She just did. She just did.
Can't believe she's very on command now.
Ready?
Okay.
Let's go.
Mom, what do you want next done?
Now what do you say?
You think I got it all?
Say.
You can stop it. How about you start off something?
Thanks for watching Baby Life.
Thanks for watching Baby Life.
Sorry, Dad made fault sounds in the background. Okay, I mean it. Okay, bye. Bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye.
No,
What's
hang up.
next?